Yeah, I remember what it was. I was saying now because I just watched that last little bit back. Why I brought up the guy in the Matrix, because I said I could go back to ignorance. I mean, I could just basically say, yeah, fuck all this shit, man. I'm just gonna have fish and chips every night from the chippy. I'm gonna have KFCs every day and kebabs and sweets and chocolate and crisps and get real fat. Probably so fat that I can't even move. I'll have some carers come in and wipe my ass for me, change my diaper, change my nappy, you know, and prepare all my food for me so I can be that fat. That's pretty extreme, but it happens. You know, and die young, and but enjoy my life on that sentient level, on that sensual, sense pleasurable level of existence, as opposed to a spiritual, fulfilled level, which is more like the Essene type of living. So yeah, I could go back to having the Big Macs all the time and stuff. I could even take some drugs too, man. Get drinking and might bloody smoke again. God knows what. You know, why bother? Why bother looking after yourself? Just, you know, do all that. Get heart disease, get cancer, get diabetes, get all that shit, and then die. End off, no problem. Sorted, life over. Had fun while you're here, job done. Because the alternative road is harder work. There isn't any guaranteed result at the end of it. There isn't any guarantee that I'll fix the problems I want to fix. There isn't any guarantee I'll be happier. Somewhat more spiritually satisfying, there's no doubt about that. Of course, to some people, they don't give a shit about spiritual shit anyway, so what does that matter? It matters to me, so, you know. But I might not necessarily live any longer by following the Essene road, following the clean gainz, than if I follow the bad gainz. So we've got to keep it in perspective, really. It's not about living longer, it's not about being happier, it's not about any of that. It's because those things aren't guaranteed anyway. It's about living to our purpose. It's about living to our original purpose, to our potential, and to our original purpose. I mean, I've spoken in the past about where it all went wrong, you know, make references to Eden and stuff. I don't see it how biblical religious people see it, but I do also see a truth in those things, that the human race did go severely wrong. Like I said in my video yesterday, as a result of losing our fruit garden and so on like that, and society has kind of been created as a survival mechanism for us as a species to keep ourselves alive, and we've just completely lost our way. We're trying to find our way again to that original state of existence, which there is a purity in it, there is a beauty in it, there is an absolute level of joy, peace, enlightenment, happiness. All those words just came into my head all at the same time. I didn't know which one to choose to sum it up. There's a great benefit for doing it. I sometimes think, I sometimes can't work out whether the fall from perfection, if you like, if you want to call it that, happened accidentally, or whether it happened deliberately. Could have happened accidentally. Could have been a change in the globe, in the global Earth. Like I said yesterday, science is now uncovering, you know, geology is uncovering now truths about the fact that Africa was once covered in fruit trees. The climate changed and it became hotter but drier, and the trees died back, and the animals that lived in the trees, like the primate species, were under threat of not enough food and so on. So global changes made what happened happen. I mean, there's stories of great floods and stuff. I mean, we've only got to look at what's going on now. The Earth is not a stable planet. It is in constant change. There is no doubt that there has been great floods. There's been mass extinctions of species. I've only got to look at the dinosaurs for that. we're so blind really to a lot of this. I mean, we've got to wake up and realise that nothing is don't take anything for granted. Nothing is given. I mean, I look at like things like the pyramids and great structures like that, and I wonder, how did the builders of that knew so much disappear? Well, I'm thinking now, this Atlantis story, this great flood that wiped away the world at the time, and Atlantis sank, and because the sea levels rose, I'm thinking there could be a lot of truth to that. I mean, the Great Flood is written in so many different ancient texts from all around the world, different cultures that never even met each other at the time, but it's still accounted in those texts. Leads me back to what I was saying, that the Earth's not stable. Nothing's stable. We won't be here forever. The Earth will take us back, if you like. We're made from the Earth, and we will return to the Earth. Even in our short life, we will die, and we will ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But even in a more bigger scale than that, our species will eventually be consumed back to the Earth that created us. And I think that understanding that on a spiritual level of us being part of that, being formed from the Earth and then returning to the Earth is important. But also, I sometimes think that the fall, if you like, the fall from Eden, could have been done deliberately to us. It could have been intended for that to happen. A lot of religious type thinking, and sometimes I look at the world and I think, God, what a mess. We kind of get this impression that it was a fall. It was an accidental fall from perfection, from paradise. That why did that have to happen? Why did that have to happen? Now sometimes I think, hang on a minute, it was its purpose all along for that to happen. Because we wasn't meant to stay as a fruit-eating primate in a great big canopy of trees in Africa with everything perfect and happy, chomping on magic mushrooms and getting spiritual, having like great golden copulations, and all these wonderful natural beauties in life, like camel toe and all that kind of stuff. The most beautiful things in life are free, and they're given to us, and that was what we were originally intended to experience. Now, of course, we do experience some of those things now, but we're living in a completely different world as a result of that disconnection to the natural world that we were born into originally. And this is what I'm trying to say. I wonder if that disconnection was the intention all along, because it's allowed us to learn this very thing that I'm sitting here saying, that we are voluntarily now returning back to the Earth as our mother and our Father and our God and our Creator, and its ways to make us healthy and strong by consuming it, by intaking its water and its minerals from the foods and so on. And we are becoming part of that again. We're becoming part of the Earth, and also mentally, on a spiritual level, like mind of thinking about stuff, that we're actually wanting to be in harmony with God and the Creator, and obviously in a physical sense the Creator, obviously with our foods and being part of the earth and so on, and respecting the earth and giving back, like me making my compost, and it's all going to go back into the food that gets grown, and it's a cycle. But also mentally, spiritually as well, that we don't want to be living in sin as such. I mean sin is like somewhat of an unconsciousness, but that we don't want to be filthy beings, like living in wrongness, because the ultimate pleasures, they come from rightness anyway. and that's all. I wonder sometimes whether it was actually a deliberate plan, and if it was a deliberate plan, that means that we are still evolving forward to become the finished design, the finished thing. You know, we began as this fruit-eating primate, then we established tools and agriculture and technology and mental intelligence, and you know, what came first, chicken or the egg, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, we did all that, we've done all that, we've got to the point where we've got machinery and robots that can do everything for us and so on like that, but we're at the brink of self-destruction. We've got our heads up in the clouds. Like I say, we're researching out space and we're wasting money on absolute bullshit when our most essential needs are not looked after. We're overpopulated. There's no control on population. Stupid people that can't even afford to look after themselves and provide for themselves in this life, like the likes of James Turner Street, Benefit Street, are breeding like it's gone out of fashion, where intelligent people have actually got the intelligence to say, I'm not actually going to breed them. I'm not going to bring children into this bloody world. We've got things like that going on, you know, and I wonder if it's all been done for a reason, to eventually evolve us beyond all of that to something unknown yet. Indeed, Joel. I'd like to hear your views on that, you know. What you think, you know? Have we evolved yet? What we're going to evolve into? What's it going to be? What's this next level shit, man? What's this next level shit, bruh? The Wave Garden next level shit, bruh.